Dogs smell between the legs of their owners. Or yes, let's not act innocent. On more than one occasion, we have asked ourselves this question. Why do our dear dog friends do this strange action? Well, this has a meaning. Do you want to know what that answer is? Well, look at the video that we have brought for you today. Before starting, we ask you to please like this video, comment, share, and subscribe. Now, with that said, let's get started. Dogs and their sense of smell was the precedent for this video. There is no doubt that the most developed sense of dogs is smell. It is believed that the olfactory ability of these animals is 1,000 times better than that of humans. That being the case, dogs base a good part of their attention and choices based on what they smell. In fact, when dogs do not react to their caregiver's commands because they are distracted by smelling. All this predisposition to smell and track has turned dogs into police allies. They can easily detect the presence of drugs, explosives, or even a missing person. The secret of this extraordinary ability lies in the unique morphology of its nostrils. It is very likely that you wonder why my dog smells my crotch or private parts, and you want to know the meaning of this behavior, so common in dogs. To begin with, it is important to note that it is not a negative behavior or one that we should repress. Dogs constantly seek information from the environment, mainly through their nose, so it is completely normal for them to sniff everything that is interesting to them, including our crotch. Now, this behavior can have different meanings, so in this interesting video we will detail the reasons that explain why dogs sniff their crotch. What is the dog's sense of smell like? Before explaining why dogs smell the crotch or private parts of women and men, we must talk about canine smell, which is extremely powerful. Unlike us humans, who have 5 million olfactory receptors, dogs have between 200 and 300 million. This makes the sense of smell one of the most important for the dog. In fact, dogs constantly communicate with each other using chemical signals, known as pheromones. Some of them, such as appeasement pheromones, are secreted by lactating females to calm their puppies. But also, due to their effectiveness, synthetic pheromones are currently marketed to complement behavior modification when behavioral problems such as anxiety or stress appear. But there are many other types of pheromones, such as those expelled through urine, feces, anal sacs, or paw marking. We give you more information about dog smell, what it is like, curiosities, and stimulation exercises. This way you can understand and contextualize why dogs smell women and men. Why do dogs smell each other? Dog language is complex and extensive, more than many guardians realize. For this reason, it is necessary to spend time learning about canine behavior, calming signals, and many other curiosities about the species. Only in this way will we be able to correctly interpret our dog's behaviors. Thanks to chemical communication, dogs are able to perceive when an individual is stressed, happy, sad, or nervous. This explains, for example, why dogs sniff their anus. They are looking for important information about the other dog, in this case through the anal sacs. They can also discover their sex, age, or variations in sexuality, such as heat in dogs. Once again, it should be noted that this is totally normal and acceptable behavior in canine communication. In no case should we prevent our dog from sniffing another dog's anus or prevent him from sniffing other dogs' feces if he does not eat them. For domestic dogs, who spend most of their time at home, sniffing their surroundings is a source of enrichment that helps them entertain themselves, while they get to know their peers and much more. Why do dogs smell private parts? When a dog sniffs our private parts, he seeks to obtain information from us, just as he does with other dogs. The problem is that it surprises us. However, dogs communicate with humans in a canine language, and it is unrealistic to expect another type of more humanized communication. Human beings also have apocrine sweat glands, but they are not distributed throughout the body but are present in the armpits and groin. Therefore, a dog that wants to obtain information from us will approach these areas. This explains why dogs smell people's private parts. This behavior is very common when the dog does not know a human being, but it is also highly common when it already knows one, since what it seeks simply by sniffing our crotch is to know how we are. With a known person, this behavior could well be interpreted as a loving greeting, since seeing it this way is much more understandable for us. Now, why do dogs smell women's intimate areas? The behavior of smelling the private parts of humans is notably accentuated in the following situations, which explain why dogs smell the crotch. People who have recently had sexual relations. Women who are menstruating. Women who have recently given birth and are breastfeeding. Women who ovulate. Here the accentuation of this behavior is very noticeable. People who are experiencing an illness. Now that you know why dogs smell the private parts of women and men, let's see what to do in these types of situations. What to do when dogs smell genitals. Although the fact that dogs smell the intimate area of a woman and man may be somewhat uncomfortable for you, the truth is that the ideal thing for your dog is to do absolutely nothing, since intervening means preventing your dog from using the dog's own language. The species. A good relationship between owner and dog should be based on trust. Therefore, allowing him to sniff your private parts without any shame will show him that you understand his greeting and respect him. However, if our dog tries to carry out this behavior with strange or untrustworthy people and we want to avoid it, it is best to use basic obedience to call our dog and ask him to stay by our side. Although this behavior is not negative, not all people will be willing to let themselves be sniffed, so we will avoid a situation that could be unpleasant for third parties. Now you know why dogs sniff their crotch and what to do about it. Does your dog do it too? Share your experience with us and explain to us the reason why you think he carries out this behavior. What to do when faced with a sniffing dog. Assuming that this is a natural behavior typical of dogs, as well as being harmless, it should not be given much importance. In fact, a dog should not be prevented from behaving as such. Now, knowing that there are people who can become overwhelmed by this unwanted attention, we can, and even should, teach our dog to respect the space of unknown people, making him, for example, sit next to us and rewarding him for it. Now you know the answer. We have come this far in this video. If you liked this material, please leave your like, comment, share and subscribe. Until the next adventure, animal lovers.